Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, welcome back to a new video on some Copart bidding furiously in this video. Did I win a car? Let's go and see. Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Love 500, welcome back to a bit of a carless video today. As you know, 3 cars sold within the last couple of weeks, and Project Dirt is in the paint shop still. So I'm therefore looking for a new project. Obviously, as you know, my usual place is Copart, and we'll come on to some Copart cars shortly. So there's last couple of days there's been some cars that I was interested in that have gone for far too much money. So one went for £2,150, and once you add on the Copart fees and the delivery charge, it would actually be more than I would be selling the car for. That's before I've even done anything to it. So that was a big no-no. There's a couple that are coming up today that I'm going to show you, which are again ridiculous. But I just wanted to sit here and say that my last video that I uploaded, where I mentioned the spark plug on the red pop. So as you know, Mark bought the car, sent the car down on a transport to him, and then he went about trying to find out what was causing that lumpy tick over. And his mechanic Ryan, who's also a subscriber on the channel, I'm pleased to say, looked back at the pop video number 5. I think it was 4 minutes 42 seconds or whatever it was in, where I hold the new plug and the old plug up next to each other. And from that, Ryan, being a trained mechanic, spotted, well, I didn't spot at the time, but of course now I've seen it, I can see it straight away after he pointed it out, that the end thread of the used one was silver, which means obviously it's not gone down far enough, it's not gone down into the correct place. So therefore it's not getting the correct spark at the correct angle, and so on and so forth. So as we all know, the car was running fine, but it was just that tick over. So he fathomed that out, and then discovered that the thread within the block had been misthreaded. So he's tapped a new thread into that. Obviously, I was concerned the fact that, as someone pointed out, I mentioned in the video that you need to be careful not to cross the threads, and then it looked like that's exactly what I had done. So from what I saw in the video and from what Ryan has said, I obviously came to the conclusion that it was the old plug that had the cross threaded, not the new plugs. Or rather had caused the threading, which of course I didn't put in. That was put in when it was serviced last, presumably. So I'm pleased that it's not me, because I have always tried to be careful putting plugs in. They all do go in at funny angles, so I've always done it by feel, and someone suggested like you put it in and turn it the opposite direction a couple of times and it sort of drops in. I do that generally with screws anyway, not just with spark plugs. I often turn them counterclockwise, anti-clockwise, and they sort of bite into where they should go, into the correct place. So that's something that I generally do anyway, which is what I would have done to these. So I don't know exactly where within that thread it was damaged, but wherever it was enough to cause that problem. So I'm going to be extra careful in the past, even though on this occasion it wasn't me. We all know how easy it is to do these sort of things. So that covers that. The other thing I wanted to mention was the tracker. Yeah, the tracker is, it's not bad actually. I think it cost me about 20 quid on eBay. Someone said about, it's got an instruction booklet. Yeah, of course it has, but I'm a bloke, we don't read manuals, as everyone knows. I have since written the manual. When I had it out on the desk at work, I was just looking at it, so, wondering how it worked. So yeah, that's in the car. At the moment it's just sort of loose in the car because I'm sort of just testing it to see how accurate it is before I stash it away somewhere. Thank you Sky News for messing the video up. So yeah, so that's in and that's working. There are other versions of that tracker by Vodafone. So I might actually try getting them. They're cheap. You have to have a £2 a month contract with them, which is, it's £2 a month. It's nothing, is it? Obviously it's a virtual SIM. It's not you can't make phone calls or anything. It's literally just for the signal to the cell towers to give you your positioning, and you get a proper Apple Maps or whatever maps, Google Maps, I guess it is on an Android phone. So you get a proper map as to where your car is. You can set up zones and all that sort of thing. So it's quite comprehensive, and of course it's from a household name rather than although it's probably made in, without a doubt, it's made in China. It's it's a household name that are operating it. So it should be good. But we'll see anyway. We'll see what it's like, and I may get a more modern version. I think the updated ones, I think the batteries last longer. Although I've currently got it plugged into the cigarette lighter socket, so it's permanently on charge. I wanted to make sure it actually works, because some things when you've got them on charge, they don't work while they're actually on charge. But this appears that it does. So that's that. Yeah, the other thing was I've been starting to get some not nasty comments. I've got broad shoulders. It takes a lot to piss me off. But there's been a few people on the channel, and I guess this comes from any channel, but making unnecessary comments. I blocked a couple of people. People are also using the channel for posting their porn shit as well. I've blocked them, obviously. But, is it necessary? Some of the things that people say, I just think to myself, really? Is there any need? If you can't say anything nice, just shut up, basically. So most of you are, as I've always said, I don't mind criticism. I don't mind criticism at all. I'm not a trained mechanic. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic in any way, shape or form. That's why I get a mechanic to do stuff that I'm not confident in doing, like the cam belt and so on. But some of these comments are just so unnecessary. So, as has been in the media, over the last year or so, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything. Just shut up. But if you've got constructive criticism, I'll take it on the chin. If you think I've done something in a wrong way, then tell me. Just don't be nasty about it. There's no need for it. So that's my little rant about that. That was all. What else is there I wanted to say? Nothing. I think that's about it. So I'm going to go in and show you some of these cars on Copart that are coming up today. There's only a couple. There was a couple of Abarths. I've just deleted those from my watch list because they're just going for almost the bloody new money. Stupid. Whether it is channels like this that is causing more people to buy on Copart, I don't know. I'm looking at Mannheim now. They're not damaged cars as such. They're straight cars, and they come from all over the country. And they have got quite a few Fiat 500s and Abarths on there, and they've even got a few 124 Spiders as well. So we're talking about more expensive cars. We're talking about nearly new cars in most cases. But I need to look at prices and so on. My market tends to be the lower price level, so I don't want to go too over the top. But when we start buying 2009, 2010, 2011 cars, they're 9, 10, 11 years old, they're going to have things worn out that I'm not going to know about, but I'm going to end up having to do, like I have done on various things, which is all extra expense. So you might get the cars cheaper, but then if you've got to spend the money on putting right wear and tear items that wouldn't be an issue on the newer cars, then it's a bit pointless, really. And also, of course, they're more likely that 6 months, a year, 18 months down the line or whatever, they're going to have other things that are going to fail on them as well. So maybe the sort of the 2013 type, 2014 year ones are the ones that should be going for rather than the 2010, 2011 ones. But there, of course, there's quite a few of those around. So, but anyway, we're going to have a look now at the ones that are on offer today and see what you think. But I think you'll probably be amazed like I was. Coming up today, we've got this one. So it's a 2011 with 59,000 miles on the clock. Not a massive amount of damage on it. Front end and rear end. So let's enlarge it and go through the pictures. I'm sure you've already just seen the price on it, but we'll go through it. So front wise, there's a little bit going on the bumper there. I don't know whether the bonnet's open or damaged or something. So it's a very, very, very minor, but it's an 08 plate, which has done 59,000 miles. So excuse the reflection. I'm in my conservatory at the moment, so there's a little bit of reflection from the roof, but it looks in fairly good condition, to be fair. I don't know what the back damage is. Can't really actually see any. It's all okay inside. Doesn't look like the front panel's damaged particularly, so I might get away without that. 59,000 miles. So as you can see, it certainly needs a new bumper. It needs a little bit of attention up here somewhere by the looks of it, but it's not a massive amount. But it's an 08 plate. 2008 or 2000, possibly early 2009 car. And I'm sure you saw the picture, saw the price there. It's already at £1,600. Now, even at that price, you're talking, once you add the fees on, you're talking probably £1,850. Then you've got to get it delivered. So depending on where you are, you know, you're talking around the £2,000 mark for an 08 plate. I mean, they say it's worth 3,460. That's I believe what the insurance paid out. But it ain't worth that. Not as a, what is it, a cat? It's only a cat in, but it's not worth that. And then we move on to this one, which is a nice one, which I was contemplating having a bid on. It's a 2015. It's the purple colour. So getting parts in colour would be tricky. Trying to get rid of some of this reflection. So yeah, purple. As you can see there, we'll see in another picture, it's got no back window in it. So apart from that, I can't really see anything wrong with it. It's the not facelift, it's the facelift. So it's got the different seats. It's probably got traction control as well. It's got the different engine ECU as well, the updated one. I'm not quite sure what the difference is, but it's different. It's done 47,000 miles. It says on the other info, it's got engine warning light up, I mean the stop start light's on, and it's got the tyre pressure warning light on. That's it. So I suppose they just have to list everything. So that's as far as I can see, that's pretty much the only damage. Now whether that's inherently expensive to replace, I don't know, but how much could it possibly cost? Oh, we've got a little mark there. So there's not much, and it's a used unrecorded, but look at the price, 2,050 quid. But it says primary damage rear end, grade. I'm not sure how their grading goes. I've seen that's been coming up a lot recently with the grading. So I'm not sure, obviously I don't know whether one is the best or the worst, but I need to look at that because obviously that's quite relevant. So there's not much wrong with it, but it's 2,050 quid. So that is no doubt going to go up and up and up. I'm not going to be able to film this, unfortunately, when it's live later, because I'm going to be at work. So I suppose, let's say for this, well, I pay £140 for a windscreen to be supplied and fitted. Let's say that back window supply and fit is 200 for the sake of argument. Apart from that little bit of damage, there's nothing else to do on it. So it's not really a project car, it would be a flip. So I think 2015 car, I could probably sell that for above 3,500 quid, easily above 3,500 quid. They say it's worth 5,650. It's used unrecorded, so it's not a cat car. Presumably it will stay as not a cat car. So you don't actually have to say that it's a write-off, because it's not. But I'm always a bit suspicious of these types of cars. Is there any further info? Yeah, there is additional info. What is it? Number of keys, 1, alloy size, alloy dashboard warning light illuminated, which I just spoke about. 1 keeper. It's got the new keeper slip, service history. It's only had 1 service stamp in it, which is not an issue really. Why is that being sold? This is, I think, a customer car rather than you can just about see, yeah, C. I think C stands for customer. So someone has put their own car into Copart to sell. Why not get that window replaced and sell on the open market for the price it's worth? I don't really get that, why someone's done that. So I am always a little bit suspicious of those, thinking, is there something else wrong with that car that they just want to push it through Copart? Is it worth a punt? Possibly. So I'm going to see what this one goes. I'm going to watch this one carefully and maybe have a couple of bids, but I reckon that is going to go for around 3,500, and I will try and watch it and let you know afterwards what it goes for, because that seems like silly money. And then we'll move on to this 2014 Sport, which again is a used unrecorded. What's wrong with it? Looking around it, I'm actually looking through my phone, so there doesn't, again, appear to be anything, if much, wrong with it. But why are people putting these cars through Copart? It's done 52,000 miles. It's got a little bit of damage down there. I mean, it's nothing, is it? That would probably polish out. cutting compact. I mean, even if it's a little dig. All right, okay, actually it looks like there might be a little dig just there. Get that repaired for £100–150, or put a new door on, which will cost probably £100. Not a big deal, is it? Nothing wrong there, I can see. Oh, that's the last picture. So, again, you know, it says side damage, additional info. What additional info is there? Let's have a look. 1 key, mileage consistent, number of keepers 1. It's on a finance plan, so that'll be cleared. So that's shouldn't be an issue. Why are these people selling it? And the only thing I can think of is because it's on finance, and they obviously selling it private. You couldn't sell it private if it's on finance. But selling it through Copart, I guess it's cleared. Copart probably clear the finance and then send the balance to the seller. That may be the reason. But that's currently, it's 2014, that's currently at £2,350. And they say it's worth £4,650. So, again, replace that door or repair that, and I could easily sell that for £3,500, easily. Sell it tomorrow for £3,500. So is it worth having a bid up to, say, £2,500? Obviously there's fees to add on to that as well, plus delivery. So, you know, even if it came up to at £3,000, I could easily sell it for £3,500. Is it worth a punt? I don't know. Possibly not. Possibly. We'll see. We'll watch it anyway. So that's the only 3 that are up today. I've got several more in my watch list, which are all low amounts at the moment. But as we well know, as it comes to the day of the auction, they just go silly. So I will let you know how we get on with these. Whether we buy one, I don't think we will. But I'm quite interested in the 2015 one, the C, because I've got at least 2 people that are after convertibles, so I could actually do that, get that and sell it really quickly. But so we'll see how it goes anyway. But I will let you know. I'll record afterwards as to how we went with those cars. As you can see there, again, I don't know why all of a sudden the prices of the cars have shot up. There was the numbers of cars available was up in the 60s and 70s again. But today, I think if I do a search, bear with. At the moment, there are 43, but it went down to like the 30s, the very low 30s during lockdown. That's why the prices were inflated then. So they've gone up now. I mean, there are other cars in other parts of the country. I'm looking here at a 2017 Lounge, which at the moment is at 1,800. That's in York. There's another 2015 Pop at 1,850, which is at Sandtoft. It goes on and on and on. So there are others up and down the country, but you know, I obviously only look at the ones that I buy from, the sites that I buy from. But yeah, I don't. Again, as I said earlier, I don't know whether it's because there's more people that are watching videos like mine and are deciding to have a go now, especially people who are still furloughed as well. They've got more time on their hands, not necessarily got the money, but you know, if you've got the money to invest in the car and you can spend a bit on it and then flip it, you know, if you're on furlough and especially if you're on 80% money, you need to sort of, you know, make some more money. So it is a way that people can do that. So whether that's the reason or not, I don't know. But there's obviously a reason that people are doing it. People are getting to know about Copart again as well now, because people often mention the word Copart now to me, whereas before no one ever even knew what Copart was. So people are becoming more aware of it again, probably some of it down to videos like this. So I do still look on eBay. There is one I'm looking on eBay that someone, I think it was Mark actually, sent me a text of, which I was already aware of. It's a blue one on eBay. But it's up north somewhere, Doncaster or something, and it's got airbags gone and windscreen smashed, so I can't drive it. I think it was Doncaster. It's obviously a long way away from me, so it would cost me a fortune to get it down here. So probably a no-no, but we'll see. Anyway, that's enough waffle from me for now. So we'll come back and I'll let you know about how these auctions went and whether I've actually bought one or not. Speak to you soon. This is the white Sport.
Sold on approval.
£3,350. How ridiculous. So there's, that last Copart recording was last week sometime. Didn't win any of those 3. Today is another day. Today is another auction. We got an auction at Sandy today. We've got 4 cars here at Sandy. I'm just going to go through them all quickly just to show you what we got. So we got this 2017 anniversary, which is really nice. That's the damage. So the front bumper will repair, needs a new wing, and there's obviously some suspension damage and probably wheel damage as well there. So the suspension damage is most likely going to be, worst case scenario, the whole leg, more than likely steering rack possibly, drive shaft possibly, and definitely bottom arm. But none of that is very expensive to buy the parts or do. The rest of it is fine. I imagine those, I'm not sure if they're alloys or whether they're wheel trims. I'm not sure, but whatever they are, they're going to be expensive. Of course, it's a facelift, so we've got the facelift stereo, etc, etc. So that's quite a nice car. The engine looks very dirty, needs a good clean. 25,000 miles, and it's currently at 2,700. Now, I wouldn't normally dream of paying that sort of money for a car, but I could easily sell that for £4,000 plus. So I'm going to have a little look, see how it goes, but that is number 2265. The first one we got coming up is the bottom one. We'll go through that one first. I'm not going to bid on it because, as you'll see, it's 2009 with 73,000 miles on it. Look at the price. Reason being, I will show you the reason it is. There's no damage to it. It's a Cat U, which is always makes me suspicious. There's no actual damage to it as far as I can see. That's why. It's an automatic. Doesn't have a remote key with it either by the looks of things. But there's no actual damage. It says that the radiator's losing coolant, so I don't know whether there is a fault on the gearbox that hasn't thrown up yet. As we all know that they have faults on these gearboxes. Being a Cat U, it makes me very, very suspicious. So the primary damage, it says minor dents and scratches. So I'm going to look at that one and see what it goes for. The auction has started because it's actually 12:05 now. So the auction's in progress, and that's number 40. So it'll probably be half an hour or so before it gets to that one. The one I'm more interested in is lot number 56, which is this one. So we've got 2012 White Lounge with 49,000 miles on it. Bumper will obviously easily repair. Wing needs a new wing. The door would repair, but I would just put a new door on it. And as you can see, there's some damage to the rear wheel arch, which means it has to go to the body shop, which obviously slows me down. That side, we've got a tiny little scratch on the or scuff on the bumper, nothing much. Nothing on that side at all. And there's the damage on that rear wheel arch, rear quarter. So that would probably pull out quite easily, but there's a little bit of damage down there as well, which probably need to go to the body shop to do that. I could have a go at it myself, but it depends how much work is involved in getting that crease out. I would have a go at that sort of crease. So I'll say that's a 12 plate. Apart from that's the only damage. Engine looks okay, what you can tell. It's done 49,000 miles, no lights on. So yeah, that one looks quite good. And that is currently, oh, it's just gone up. It was 625, it's now gone up to 7. So you know what these people do before the auction starts? They start bidding on it for God knows why. So I think if I could get that for around the 1,300 mark, that would be worth having. Maybe 1,300, 1,400, something like that. Obviously there's fees to go on that, and delivery. But I think, yeah, I'd be willing to pay about 1,300, 1,400 for that. Oh, it's going out of focus a little bit. What's going on here? I'm just going to stop and see if I can figure out why it's going out of focus. I think I put my finger over the lens. That's why. So yeah, so currently £700. That is lot number, what did I say? Lot number 56. That'll be coming up quite soon. The other one I was looking at, now check this one out. This is a 2014 colour therapy one. 45,000 miles. Now I know that I'm looking through the camera now and I can see that you can see the colour difference. That end of the car is a completely different colour to that end of the car. If we scroll through, you'll see the same applies the other side. So, can't tell from that, of course. So there's no actual damage to this car at all, I don't think. So pretty much all you would need to do on this car, no lights up, 45,000 miles. Oh, that's the damage. That's it. Why the hell is that a Cat S? That's mad. Get off. So yeah, primary damage, minor dents and scratches. But of course we know the real reason. That paintwork. So I was thinking about bidding on this one. So bearing in mind what it cost me before. So I had from there all the way around the other side painted. And that cost me £300. So in theory it would be the same amount of money. No, or actually it should be less because of course there's no damage. All it is a paint job. So that is on the cards, that one. That is a possibility. It's a damn shame about that. But yeah, it's obviously had front damage in the past and that whole front has been painted, and for some bizarre reason they never did the rest of the car. But that at the moment is at 1,300. So again, that's a 64 plate. So, you know, I would sell that for approaching 3,000. So again, that one is worth bidding on as well, I think. And that's it for today. So the first one coming up will be, as I say, this one, the 2012 one. That will be my favourite. That one or the blue one will both have to go to the body shop, whereas the anniversary one won't. But that's going to go for too much money, and it's on approval. Whereas I think that one's on minimum bid, so I probably won't get that one. But that one is pure sale. So with a bit of luck, we'll get this one, and we'll come back when this auction starts.
On approval.
Well, here comes the
Your watch item is
automatic
next on the block.
2009 with 73,000 miles. Let's watch it. I'm not bidding on it.
New bidder.
See how much it goes for. £2,000, 1,950. £2,000. Crazy. 2,150. It's a decent car, but I suppose it's not damaged.
Bonus time.
Bonus time. It's on reserve. Whether it will meet reserve or not, we'll see. 2,200. It looks like it's going to go for.
Sold on approval.
Sold on approval.
New bidder.
We'll be back when the next one comes up. The one that I am bidding. Right, here we go.
Your watch item is next on the
This is
block.
this one. Here we go. Bidding's going to get silly straight away. Haven't even bid yet. 1,300, 1,350. No, that's me. I'm not bidding on that. It's already gone too much. 1,500 already. It's too
New
much.
bidder.
It's still going.
New bidder.
Oh my word. 1,700.
New bidder.
1,750. This is mad. 1,800. So that's over £2,000 now with fees.
Bonus time.
Is that going to be it? 1,800. Mental.
Bonus time.
Come on, no one else is going to bid. Get on with it. £1,800. So I reckon that will come to about 2,050 or something like that.
Sold.
Wow, mad. Pop. 1,450, 1,500. I was going to bid on this one, but it's gone for too much.
Sold.
1,500.
High participation.
It needed a new door and a repair to the sill and probably a cam belt. So by the time you've added fees and delivery, you're talking about 1,800, 1,900. So not worth it.
New bidder.
Here we go, this one, £1,000. Let's have it. Oh, someone beat me to it. Outbid, surprise, surprise. 1,200 on winning. Just constantly outbidding me. Last bid. Come on.
Bonus time. New bidder.
Oh, you bastard. I thought it did a bonus time. I thought I was going to get it. Oh, I forgot I'm recording. I just called him a bastard.
Bonus time.
Still going. Shall I have one more bid at 150? 1,500? I think that's too much. No, they can have it. If it wasn't for the suspension leg, I'd think about it.
Bonus time.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Sold. Oh well, didn't get that one either.
New bidder.
Just about to bid on this silver one. Look at this one, 2005 BMW M3. It's done 112,000 miles and it's currently at £7,300. Someone in Cyprus. Now the United Kingdom 7,400. Minor dents and scratches, grade 3.
Bonus time.
Would you pay £7.5 grand for a 2005 BMW M3? I know I wouldn't. Let's see what it goes for. It's going to go, oh, still going, 7.5. Madness.
This is a hot lot.
7,600. It's got to finish now. That'll be it.
Bonus
Oh,
time.
God. Bonus time. Estimated retail value 11,450. Really? For a 55 plate BMW with 112,000 miles on the clock? Seriously? What up to now? 7,700.
Bonus time.
It's like the person in Cyprus is going to win it. And then they've got to ship it to Cyprus. Or drive it.
Bonus time.
Come on, get on with it. It's got to be it now. Oh, Gordon Bennett. 7,800, that's going to go to bonus time again now, you watch.
Sold.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, that was on reserve as well. Right, here we go.
New bidder.
Ugh, just about to press the button. Oh, lots of people bidding, £700. Is it worth bidding anymore? Oh, they're furiously bidding now. 750. No. No. Nope. Too much for me.
Sold on approval.
I bet that hasn't reached reserve either. So the answer to the question at the beginning is no, I didn't get a car. As you saw, I bid on quite a few cars there. That blue one with a multicoloured, I missed that. I missed the auction, unfortunately, but the last I saw it was at £3,050. Mental, absolutely mental. I don't know what is going on with these cars. They're just all going for far too much money. There was a Mini on there that I was thinking about buying. It went for about, I think it was 375 quid. It was an old one, 2005 I think it was, but it was a really nice looking Mini. Just needed a new door. Unfortunately, it came up at the last second. I didn't have time to go and check the MOT history or anything like that, so I let it go. But whatever it was, 325, 375, whatever it was, it went for that. No one else bid on it. It went for a pre-bid. So I missed out on that one, but as I say, it's not Fiat 500 anyway, but I just want something now, so it just looked like a decent one to get. So that's the end of this video. We're still carless, apart from Project Dirt, which is at the paint shop, of course. We've just been cleaning up and finishing up the X yesterday, just to need to get that up for sale really. So that'll probably be going up for sale in the next couple of weeks. I think I'm not in any rush to sell it, but I'm gonna get rid of it because I'm just not using it, because I'm using the Abarth all the time, and I can't sell the Abarth because I still need to do the wing and the door on that. So the X is going to have to go first. So there's a few more cars coming up tomorrow. Probably won't get any. That seems to be the way it is at the moment. I don't really understand why it's like this. The prices had started to go down and then all of a sudden they've gone up higher than ever now. All we can do is keep looking, so hopefully we'll find something. But there was no cars in this video, half an hour long or thereabouts, and hopefully it proved of some interest. You can see the live bidding for those of you who don't go on Copart or are not registered on Copart and can't bid. Hopefully it was of interest, and you can see exactly what these cars are going for now. It's just crazy money. There are other cars that are going for less money. I mean, there was that BMW that went for stupid money, but as far as I'm concerned, that seemed like stupid money. Maybe you don't think so, but yeah, we'll keep looking. We're thinking about joining some other auction sites as well now. Quite possibly. It's a shame you have to pay for them to be members to be able to bid, but I'm thinking of having a look because Copart's just getting stupid. Anyway, that's enough of that waffle today. Hope that video, as I say, was of some use. If you found it interesting, and hopefully we'll be back again soon with a car, with a bit of luck. But again, thanks for watching. If you are a casual viewer, I'd really appreciate if you could thumbs up on the video, like and subscribe and share if you can, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.